Hey everybody, this is Melinda, and this is my contest entry for Happyhippy the Vinyl Guy. He is doing a 100 subs contest, and he's asking questions about concerts, which I thought was a very fun topic. And I just want to say about Rod, he is just the nicest guy. I love watching his videos. He's just a breath of fresh air. So just check out his channel. He does a great job. And okay, so the first question Rod asked was what the best concert we had ever been to was. And for me, it was Motley Crue Dr. Feelgood tour. I don't have a t-shirt for it, so I'm just going to show the album. Warrant was opening for them that night, and Motley Crue's not my very favorite band of all time or anything like that, but between Warrant and Motley Crue, the energy, their performance, for me, it was just a magical, incredible night, and I really enjoyed it. I loved seeing Tommy Lee. He gets up in the middle of the air and does all this amazing stuff with his drums, and I've seen a lot of concerts, but for some reason, that one has always stuck out to me as my very favorite, and me and my friends just couldn't stop talking about it. It was probably a good long week before we could just finally stop talking about it. So that would be my best. I do have a quick story to share about that concert. Me and a girlfriend of mine, we were there, and a security guard came to both of us and asked us if we would like to go backstage to meet the band. And the band he was talking about was Warrant. And so we were really excited. And I just want to say, where I lived, we did not have MTV, so I had not seen any cable, so I hadn't seen MTV. This was before Motley Crue's book, The Dirt, was out. So I knew absolutely nothing about backstage shenanigans, nothing at all. I was very innocent in that regard. So me and my friend go back there, and I think we're going to be meeting, Tommy Lee was married to Heather Locklear at the time, so I was so excited thinking I might meet her, maybe get some autographs. That was my way of thinking. So anyway, we start to go back there and kind of towards a little bit of a tunnel, and all of a sudden we see a woman run by naked. And me and my friend, we just looked at each other, and it just startled us. And the security guard said, "Oh yeah, to get any farther, you're going to have to remove an article of clothing." And me and my friend were like, well, no way. We're not going to do that. So we started to turn around, and right as we were turning around, Mickey Mars of Motley Crue peeked his head out at us, and he said, "No, girls, come on back here." And it just absolutely scared us to death. We had never seen him before in person, and it just scared us. We just took off and went back to our seats. But anyway, what a great concert, and I really loved it, and that's my memory for that. The next question you ask is, what's the most disappointing concert we've been to? For me, it was, I'm going to show a t-shirt here. It is Music Midtown. I believe it was Atlanta, Georgia. And the bands that were there we went for the Killers. My daughter is a huge fan, and I love the Killers too. And they don't come around us at all, ever. They just don't. So we decided to make the trip. 21 Pilots, Beck, Dead Moss, The Lumineers, G-Eazy, Alabama Shakes, Band of Horses, James Bay, Kesha, Churches, just a huge grouping of bands. And the weather didn't cooperate. It was really hot. The weather, it would rain some, and then the sun would come out, so it was really a muddy area. And the day we were going to go watch the Killers, we got there early, got in the front row, and had been there for several hours. And then all of a sudden, the security claimed there was some lightning issues that they were concerned about and wanted to get everybody out of the area. And so we didn't see any lightning anywhere, but anyway, so they forced us to clear the area and leave, but they wouldn't let us have our spots back. They just said, "Oh, you're just going to come in, and wherever you go is where you go." So it was just a bad experience for us, and we didn't really enjoy it. So that would be, and I forget what year it was. I don't remember. I think it's been a couple years ago. So anyway, that was my most disappointing experience with a concert. The most out-of-box concert I've ever been to would be, this is going to be kind of funny. This is a little t-shirt. This was my daughter's. It's Clay Aiken from 2004. It was back when American Idol was a really big deal, and Clay Aiken became a breakout star from that. And my daughter and I kind of bonded over Clay Aiken. I loved his voice. She loved his voice. So we decided to go see him, and it was a lot of fun. I think that was probably the first concert she ever got to go to. So it was out of the box, but I enjoyed it. The furthest we ever went to was Atlanta. It was the most disappointing concert we ever went to, and I think that was about a 6 or 7 hour drive. So that was the farthest we ever went to. My first concert was Sean Cassidy, but I have no memory of it at all. So I'm going to substitute it and show this really cool little concert. This is my little concert ticket. It was cost $11.50 for Huey Lewis and the News. And it was July 13th of 1984, and I remember that one very well. Really good time, and just felt like big stuff getting to finally go to a real rock and roll concert. So anyway, Huey Lewis and the News was my first memorable concert. My last concert I've ever been to was, I'm wearing the t-shirt now, for John Fogerty and ZZ Top. I went last June. Man, they put on a really great show. John Fogerty, I think he was 73 at the time, but he got out there. His voice is still fantastic. He's still able to play guitar really good and have a lot of energy, and he just looks like he's having so much fun, which I'm so happy to see. And his son is up there with him, and he had another son that made an appearance. So anyway, that was my last concert I went to and really enjoyed, was John Fogerty and ZZ Top. And ZZ Top, I had already seen them before, back when I was in high school. It was great to see them again, and they had their fuzzy guitars out and did a really good performance as well. Who I've seen the most is your final question, and that is a tie. For me, this is a tie between, let's see, here's a t-shirt for Van Halen. I've seen them 3 times, 2 times with Sammy, and 1 time with David Lee Roth. And of course, I always love that because I just enjoy it. I love Eddie, and he was there all 3 times, so that's what really mattered to me the most. And then the other tie for me is 3 times I have seen Kiss, and I really love Kiss too. Kiss is going to be the tiebreaker for me in March because I'm going to go see them again. It will be my first time seeing them with makeup. I would really wish Ace would be there. I don't expect him to be, but man, would that be a nice surprise if he was there too. Peter Criss would be awesome as well if he could make an appearance. I'm not counting on it, but I really would love it if it would happen. So there you are. Those are my concert experiences that I'm sharing with you. Good luck with your channel, Rod, and just thank you. And everybody just have a really good day and take care. Bye-bye.